A face is hidden beneath this portrait of Queen Elizabeth I. But is it the face of Elizabeth's mother, Queen Anne Boleyn? When conservation work was carried out on this portrait, an X-ray revealed that the painting of Elizabeth was created over another portrait of a woman. Indeed, even without the X-ray, the eyes and nose of the portrait beneath can be seen where the forehead of Elizabeth has been abraded over time because of cleaning. When the news of this hidden portrait was released, some very popular theories arose that the woman hidden beneath Elizabeth could be a lost portrait of her mother, Anne Boleyn. Some theorised that Elizabeth may have wished to preserve or protect her mother's image by having her own image painted on top. It is undoubtedly a lovely sentiment, but I don't think it fits with Elizabeth's history of honouring her mother's memory, and I do not believe that the woman beneath is Anne Boleyn. For a start, only the head of this woman had been painted and no other part of the composition was finished before the artist abandoned it. This to me fits with the well-known practice of artists of this era reusing panels. If, for example, a customer no longer wished a portrait to be finished, the artist wouldn't waste the expensive wooden panels, but would instead reuse them for another painting. A close inspection of the clothing worn by the woman underneath reveals fashions from the mid-1570s, long after Anne's lifetime. She's wearing a ruff and a headdress similar to this painting from the mid-1570s. Anne simply would never have worn these fashions, being killed in May 1536. By dating the wood via dendrochronology, the conservators were able to confirm that the panel was felled and first used between 1572 and 1582. This fits with the dating of the clothing shown on the woman in the portrait beneath. However, our biggest clue that this theory doesn't fit is the fact that Anne Boleyn's image was openly celebrated during Elizabeth's reign. Anne's image after her downfall had once been taboo, but now that her daughter was on the throne, her image enjoyed a renaissance. An effigy of Anne was created for Elizabeth during her coronation procession. Her courtiers filled their long galleries with posthumously created portraits of Anne Boleyn. These portraits were all created during Elizabeth's reign, and Elizabeth even wore a tiny portrait of her mother in this beautifully bejeweled ring next to an image of herself. During Elizabeth's reign, Anne's image was celebrated openly, not hidden in the way that the woman beneath this portrait is. We may never know the identity of the woman under Elizabeth, but we can be almost certain that it isn't Anne Boleyn.